Hey everyone, this is Ty. Welcome back to the channel. So believe it or not, I finally received my Sportster S windshield just the other day for the motorcycle that I bought back in October of last year. Anyway, let's do an unboxing and an install and a review. Stick around. Start by placing the windshield face down on a clean, soft surface with the mount brackets facing upward. Be sure that you have 4 brackets and the appropriate included hardware. Using the included hardware with the washers and the bolts, install the brackets on the windshield one at a time. Next up, we need to relocate the front turn signals. For this step, we're going to move the front turn signals down about 35 millimeters or 1 3/8 inches. Here we're going to loosen up the one and only bolt that we have to worry about using a Torx 25. And now we'll relocate the turn signal. Just to be on the safe side, I covered up my tank and the front electronic display. And of course that front fender. Make sure all 4 clamps are open as you approach the bike. Next, get everything set on the front of the bike. I clamped one of the brackets shut just so it could hold it in place. Clamp the remaining 3 brackets to hold the windshield in place. Last up, make sure those turn indicators are in place, the bolts tightened up, and you are done. All right, here we have the final product. The windshield actually looks a lot better on here than I thought it was going to. When you look at it on Harley's website, there was some parts of it I was like, oh man, I'm just not too sure about this, but it actually looks really good. I'm pretty impressed by the whole thing. So put a couple of miles on it so far, just riding over here to film this, and now we're going to jump back on the motorcycle and give you guys a review. Hopefully there's a little bit of wind deflection on it, so let's find out. Well, while we're cruising along here and I'm getting a feel of wind deflection, if there's any at all or if there's a lot, we'll figure that out along the way. I wanted to talk to you guys about the installation of the windshield and offer you a couple of different warnings. Now, I've heard of some people tell me that there was one gentleman that said that in that hardware, Harley left out a washer, maybe a bolt or something like that. Anyway, you really want to double check before you get into it and make sure you've got all your hardware. I know that with me, the bolts didn't line up, the washers were just kind of wonky. It really took a lot of finesse to get those things together and to get them together the way the instructions describe. I hope if you have this windshield that yours just went lickety-split right together, but I really had to fight mine to get it pieced together. But once I got it pieced together, you know, moving the turn indicators, no problem. Getting the windshield attached to the front of the motorcycle, no problem at all there. It really just dealt with the hardware that came from Harley was just a little troublesome, but ultimately not a huge deal breaker. So I originally bought this motorcycle back in October of 2021, so here we are 8 or 9 months later, and voila, I've got the windshield finally. And it actually looks better than I thought, and I had mentioned that, and it's sturdy. It seems that it's locked in place really well. I was sitting there thinking to myself, how are these clamps going to hold that hold that windshield in place? But to actually do it, and they do it very well. So it's all in all, I think it looks great. Time will tell if it's going to hold up though. Well, I've been cruising around on some of these Ooltewah, Tennessee back roads. I've had the motorcycle up really in that 50 mile per hour, 60 mile per hour range. And there's a noticeable difference as far as wind deflection. There really is. Now from the shoulders up, forget it. You're still gonna get beat up by a lot of wind. But definitely in my chest, yeah, there is definitely a lot of wind deflection there. Now there's this bump right here. Let me get past it. So you can tell the wind coming up and over as far as your helmet and that type of thing. Again, not a lot that this windshield's going to do for you there, but definitely in the chest area. So what I'm thinking is this is really going to help for a all-day ride on this motorcycle, especially if I'm taking it out of town somewhere, which is exactly what I want to do. I want to take the little Sporty up to Tail of the Dragon and the Cherahalla Skyway. So now that I've got the sundowner seat and the windshield, shoot, yeah, I'm ready to go. Well, in the comments below, if you've got one of these windshields, be sure to drop me a comment and let me know what you think. How was the install process for you? And overall, what do you think about the product from Harley Davidson? Let me know. All right, guys, well, today was just a short video as far as a ride, review, installation, that type of thing. If you like this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And then take a look at the channel. You know, if you like what's out there, if you like Sportster S related content or Street Glide related content, just motovlogs in general, please subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. I hope you guys have an excellent day, and we'll talk to you again soon.